You might remember the housing crash in 2008, even if you didn't own a home at that time. If you're worried there's going to be a repeat of what happened back then, there's good news. The housing market now is very different than from 2008. One important reason is there aren't enough homes for sale. That means there's an undersupply, not an oversupply like last time. For the market to crash, there would have to be too many homes for sale. But the data doesn't show that it's happening. Housing supply comes from three main sources: homeowners deciding to sell their house, newly built homes coming onto the market, or distressed properties, i.e. foreclosures and short sales. Here's a closer look at today's housing inventory to understand why this is not like 2008. Number one was homeowners deciding to sell their houses. Although housing supply did grow compared to last year, it's still low. The current supply is below normal. The graph here shows this more clearly. If you look at the latest data shown in green compared to 2008 shown in red, there are only about a third as many homes available for sale today. So what does this mean? There just aren't enough homes available to make home values drop. To have a repeat of 2008, there would need to be a lot more people selling their houses with very few buyers, and that's not happening right now. Number two, newly built homes, or better known as new construction. This graph below shows the number of new houses built over the last 52 years. The last 14 years of underbuilding, shown in red, is a big part of the reason why inventory is so low today. Basically, builders have not been building enough homes for years now. That has created a significant deficit in supply. While the final blue bar on the right side of the graph shows that's ramping up and is on pace to hit the long-term average again, it won't suddenly create an oversupply. That's because there's too much of a gap and just too much pent-up demand to make up for. Plus, builders are being intentional about not overbuilding homes like they did during the bubble. Number three, distressed properties. The last place inventory can come from is distressed properties. This includes short sales and foreclosures. Back during the housing crisis, there was a flood of foreclosures due to lending standards that allowed many people to get a home loan they just couldn't afford. Today, lending standards are much tighter, resulting in more qualified buyers and far fewer foreclosures. The graph below uses data from the Federal Reserve to show how things have changed since the housing crash. This graph illustrates as lending standards got tighter and buyers were more qualified, the number of foreclosures started to go down. And in 2020 and 2021, the combination of a moratorium on foreclosures and the forbearance program helped prevent a repeat of the wave of foreclosures we saw back around 2008. The forbearance program was a game changer, giving homeowners options for things like loan deferrals and modifications they didn't have access to before. And data on the success of that program shows 4 out of every 5 homeowners coming out of forbearance are either paid in full or have worked out a repayment plan to avoid foreclosure. These are a few of the biggest reasons there won't be a wave of foreclosures coming to the market. So what this means for you is that inventory levels are not anywhere near where they need to be for prices to drop significantly and the housing market to crash. The bottom line is the housing market does not have enough inventory, enough available homes for a repeat of 2008 housing crisis, and there's nothing that suggests that will change anytime soon. That's why housing inventory tells us there's no crash on the horizon.